Hi everyone, welcome to StampinGala.com. Today's project is this adorable baby card that I created using Stampin' Up's A Little Wild stamp set and the coordinating framelit dies. I chose powdered pink and smoky slate. However, you can change out the powdered pink to balmy blue if you would like to make a baby boy card. So let's go ahead and get started. I will have a link at the bottom of this video to my blog at StampinGala.com where you can print off the project sheets for this card with all the dimensions, so you don't need to worry about writing down the dimensions. We're going to start off with a piece of powder pink for the card base, and it is 11 by 4 1/4 and scored at 5.5. If I remember during the video, I will give you the sizes, but again, you can go to my blog and pick them up very easily. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of Whisper White. One of them I embossed with the Subtles embossing folder, and I did run it through the Big Shot twice. I ran it once vertically and the other horizontally. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and adhere these 2 together. I am putting the snail or the adhesive on the one that is not embossed because when you run your tape runner around an embossed piece, if you do it too hard, if the pressure is too hard, you can actually see on the reverse side where the tape was applied. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stick these 2 together. When I'm using a white piece of cardstock, I like to double them up. It just gives it a nice finished look. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with a light hand and go ahead and put some snail on the back of this Whisper White piece. Okay, so we're going to snail this down. Okay, and there is your base. Okay, now I have another piece of powdered pink, but before I do anything with this piece, I'm going to take a 2-inch circle punch because I need a 2-inch circle right there. I'm just going to punch it out here because it won't be seen. So it saves a little bit of paper, as well as the weight is a lot nicer. Okay, so then we're going to take a piece of our DSP, Designer Series paper. Some people call it pattern paper. And we're going to attach this to the piece of powdered pink. Just like that, okay? Now on the opposite end, we're going to put a piece of our Smoky Slate DSP, and these are from our 6x6 packs of DSP, and we have them in every color family. The gray happens to be in the neutrals, and the powdered pink is actually in the in colors from 2018 to 2020, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and put this across here. Now I did run this through the Big Shot. It's just a piece of white scrap, and I used the die from the Be Mine Stitch framelit dies. Now I do want to trim this down, and I want to trim it down to 2 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just going to turn around and use my cutter, my trimmer, and cut this down. Normally I have that done ahead of time, and I didn't realize I didn't have it done. So we're going to go ahead, and this time we're going to just use a little bit of glue and put this on here. Okay. Just like that. I'm going to bring in our ribbon, and this is, let me see, this is called our mini ruffled ribbon, and this of course is in the powdered pink. Oops, this slid a little bit. I didn't realize it. The good thing about the glue, you do have a couple of seconds to adjust. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and tie a bow around here. It's going to look just like this. I chose this ruffled ribbon just because it is ruffled. It kind of it goes really well, I think, with this baby card. Make it a little bit smaller bow. Now I do have a Facebook group page that I do weekly videos, and I'd love for you to hop over there and check out my other projects for inspiration there. And you do have to be a member of my Facebook group. It's called Stampin' Gala Stampers Group. And if you would just send a request, just hit the join button, and I'll make sure that I get you approved really quickly. Okay. So I just added dimensionals, and I like to add one in the center, so then it doesn't droop in the center. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and center this. So far, so good. All right, I'm going to bring in a few circles that I use the Big Shot for. Of course, you saw me punch this one with the 2-inch circle punch. This I use the layering circle dies, and this one is the stitched circles. Oh no, excuse me, stitch shapes framelit dies. That's a mouthful. So we're going to go ahead and attach the Whisper White and the powdered pink. And I'm just doing that with glue so I can have a little bit of wiggle room and time to make sure I have it on there straight. And this time we're going to add dimensionals on the back of here, and that will be attached to the smoky slate one. Then we're going to do some stamping and coloring. I do have coordinating projects with this, and I'll show you those at the end of the video, and I will be doing videos on those as well. So again, we're going to add some glue on here. I hope you visit my blog as well and visit it often. I also send out newsletters, so I have free tutorials in there, and I hope you check those out. Okay, so now we're going to do some stamping. So let me show you. The stamp looks like this. It does have a front and a back. We only need to be concerned with the front of the elephant. So you're going to ink this up, and I'm using Memento ink. You must use Memento ink on this project because I'm using our Stampin' Blend markers. Okay, so we're going to stamp this. Now, you'll run this through the Big Shot with the die, and of course the die is two-sided as well. So you're going to run it through the Big Shot like this, just like that. Now, I did run some through previously, and they look like this. All right, so all you have to do is cut this apart just by the ear. I'm going to do 2 of them because I did do the inside of the card as well. Okay, so there's that. All right, so let me bring this scratch paper back in because I'm using blends and it does go through. Now I am going to color 2 of them because I have one on the inside. So I'm using my Stampin' Blends markers, and this one is a smoky slate, and I'm using the light smoky slate. The blends have 2 sides, the larger side and the writing side, the slimmer side. I like this side because it's like a paintbrush. So we're going to go ahead and start coloring, and this goes really quickly. They call them blends because they blend really nicely. You don't see the lines. Now I will go back and add some shading. I do have the dark smoky slate. But since it's a baby card, I don't want it to be too dark. So I'm just going to use the same marker in the light, and I'm just going to go back just like this and shade it with the same marker. Okay, let me do the other one. And like I said, this one is for the inside. And believe it or not, we're just about done with this card. I made this card for one of my classes. I do a morning class every Saturday, and it went over really well, so I thought I'd share it with everybody online. Okay, again, we're gonna just shade this a little bit, and I'm gonna show you a trick with our color lifter in a second. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take the petal pink and add some pink in the ears. Same thing here. Okay. This is a color lifter. We're just gonna take this around a little bit and blend it. Same thing on this one. And one last thing, we're gonna add some darker see how dark, we're just gonna add some darker in here. I don't even know what you call these things on the elephant. Okay, so the elephant is done. We're gonna add some dimensionals to the one on the front. And if you'd like, you can add some Wink of Stella, and you can really see the shimmer on the Wink of Stella. Okay, so we'll put this right here. And since it is a baby girl elephant, we're gonna add a little flower in her hair. And these are our gingham sequins backed adhesives, and then we're going to add a pearl for the center right here. So here is the front of the card so far. Now for the inside, let me show you what I did on the inside. I have 2 pieces of Whisper White again. Let me get this out of the way. And I have a piece of the powder pink DSP, and I have a piece of the smoky slate trim that I ran through the Big Shot with the Be Mine Stitch framelits. So first of all, I have these slightly different in size, so I'm going to put this on here first. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue. And you want to add it towards the bottom, just like that. We're going to add some snail on the back of this. What's nice about our DSP is it is double-sided, so you have 2 sides to choose from. That makes it kind of nice. Plus you can use one side for one thing and the other side for the other and have a coordinating set. Okay, so we're going to snail these two together here. Just like that. Take our white baker's twine and tie a little bow around the card. I did make this a little loose, which I don't like that, but I'll show you a little trick to tighten it up. Trim off the edges. Okay, so on the back, if I just take some snail and go like this, that will tighten it up, okay? Just like that. All right, we're gonna bring back in the card, add some snail to the back here to adhere this to the card. Just like that. Take our other baby elephant that we colored. I think I'm running out of snail. Oops. And then stick this right here on the bottom. Let me grab my Wink of Stella. We're going to add some shimmer. These are so fun. It dries almost instantly. Add some shimmer here. Now you don't have to be careful with it. See how I'm coloring? Okay, so here is your card. I hope you like these, and I do hope you visit my blog at stampinggala.com. Again, I'll have the dimensions in the project sheets that you can print off or download for your convenience. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.